Jefferson County Health Officer says Thanksgiving is too dangerous. And Trustful Fire Chief Tim Schatz is here to tell us what they need for Christmas with kids in Trustful. I'm Brandon Dawkins. Tribune Unscripted starts right now. Welcome everybody. Happy Monday. I'm Brandon Dawkins here with Scott Buttram and Erica Thomas for Tribune Unscripted. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to get started today with the coronavirus. That's a shocker.
Yeah.
And our numbers in Alabama are up.
They're on the way up, and they just keep going and going.
They
and
do.
This is that second wave we were waiting on, and we've been warned about. And you know, a lot of people
we've been watching all over the country.
Yeah, and it's the hospitalizations that we're watching really close right now.
Yeah, you know, a few weeks ago, I was really ready to stop opening every show with coronavirus numbers. It is now, again, the biggest story because it's, we're all looking at the numbers before we came on. We're back to, and I didn't get a chance to look at every single thing here, but we're back to numbers that are equivalent to some of our worst days.
Yes, and we're
quickly
in the red.
approaching them. I'm looking here, one of our highest hospitalization numbers, and I'm talking about in the previous wave, was around 1,500. We're up at 1,300. That was, I think, Friday. We were back to 1,300. So we're quickly approaching the same numbers we had that we did all of that work to, you remember, flatten the curve? And Jefferson County, Alabama, and Jefferson County, of course, is still the leader in Alabama in terms of positive cases. But yeah, that's tough because we're going into Thanksgiving. I don't know, how every family will die. We're having our normal Thanksgiving, which is not a big extended family.
I was about to say, yours is kind of like mine.
Yeah.
It's just a small,
it is
almost immediate family situation.
It's our kids and daughter-in-law, so it's not a real large family gathering group, but we're planning to go ahead with our normal plans. But there will be a lot of out-of-town traffic, which is what moves this thing around a little bit, and I fully expect that this time next week we're going to be looking at peak numbers for the whole thing. I think, don't you?
We did have, in July we were up to 1,500 or over 1,500 hospitalizations at one point. So to see that go down, that was a good sign. They did say as the weather gets cooler, we're going to see more of that in the spread. But I think also people are they're having coronavirus pandemic fatigue, and they're tired of wearing masks and tired of staying home. So we have to remember that this is not over.
Right. And you mentioned we were back in the red. Last week it looked like you're referring to the virus rate of reproduction that we talk about a lot. Last week we did mention we had dropped back down into the green. Turned out that was not the case. Just all the data was not updated.
Right.
We've stayed in the red.
That day bumped back to the red that was in the green.
It did.
You're right.
It did.
So we don't want to contribute to a panic. That's not what we're about. We have really tried to stay focused on the actual data and the numbers. My personal position all along has been we know enough now as adults to make our own decisions about what we need to do.
Is that your position? You've not mentioned that before on this show.
For the 485th time.
You think we're adults too?
Well, most of the time you and Brandon are fine. But I
No,
just,
you're right. We all can make good choices
We
here,
want to.
for
We do
sure.
want to make good choices for ourselves and for our families and everything else. I'm not for any kind of shutdown. I think we can handle it. We just need to do the right thing individually.
Let's transition into that press conference from 11 where the health officers spoke.
Yeah, before that, I was going to mention, I looked yesterday on the Jefferson County numbers. You can look on by zip code, and that 35173 zip code, we've consistently stayed one of the highest rates per 10,000. But yesterday, we were no longer the highest. We are still over 500 cases. But I mean, it's good for us that we at least don't hold that trophy at this moment.
Yeah,
but our rate has not gotten any better. We've just stayed the same.
Yeah,
Somebody else has just gotten worse.
Our rate, in fact,
we're not improving.
It's gone down a little. Well,
no, it hasn't.
It did yesterday.
It did.
It's still 504. That's what it was last week. Which was what I was going to bring. I'm having less. Oh yeah, okay. I see a region that's now at 553.
Yes.
So I'm having less and less confidence in the Jefferson County Department of Health and their data, just to be honest with you. I'm not seeing constant updates. They have taken data away. We were able to see the number of cases in the last 4 days on that zip code chart a couple of months ago. They removed that, so you can't see that anymore. The Trussville number has not been updated in about 3 or 4 weeks, the 35173 zip code information. I just, we've heard bizarre things come out of the Jefferson County health officer throughout this whole thing. So I just have a lot less confidence in anything they're telling us. I've got a lot of confidence in Bama Tracker, but that's statewide. He does have some county numbers, but he's probably relying on Jefferson County Health Department as well. But to listen to the Jefferson County Health Department, everybody in Jefferson County needs to move into a classroom in Trussville City Schools where it is the kryptonite for COVID. It can't spread. At least it doesn't spread from 8 until 3. So I mean, that's the safest thing to do. I'm going to spend the holiday weekend sleeping in a classroom at one of the Trussville City School buildings. Not going to tell you which one, because I don't want anybody to bust me, but that's what I'm doing.
Well, the Jefferson County Health Officer, as we mentioned earlier, is saying that he really is encouraging people to cancel or go virtual with their large Thanksgiving gatherings.
I think we should cancel the Jefferson County Health Officer.
And that hospitalizations in our county are up. And so we've just talked about that. So all of those are things to remember.
Yes. So. Well, I know for my family, we're having Thanksgiving lunch outside. So that's going to be our way of
social distancing.
We got to hope it doesn't rain.
I was about to say 96% chance of rain in Wadowee on Thursday.
You are just speaking the evil today.
He is.
I'm going to rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
He's just a downer today, isn't he?
Oh my goodness.
Well, if you're done.
Anybody have some oil in here?
Making everybody sad about Thanksgiving in Jefferson County, let's talk about the construction that brought things to a crawl at the end of last week in Leeds.
That was awful. So, I have to drive to Leeds sometimes because we cover the area. So and I just didn't do it that day. Thank goodness. There was heavy traffic from I-20, and it backed up all the way to I-459. And this was because of an accident that the Alabama Department of Transportation had while they were doing the patchwork over there, which the patchwork is needed very badly. So we're thankful that they finally did that. Now they're hoping to get finished with all of that by tomorrow.
The rumor is the road caved in. Can you verify
a milling machine cut too far down. So they had to take that part of that. There's a base under the interstate. They had to take that part of it out and replace it. Okay. And I learned way too much about the engineering process on interstate roadways. But so everything should be complete by tomorrow. I think they said 8 a.m.
Okay.
So hopefully all of our Thanksgiving travel that will start on Wednesday will be good to go. But we're thankful that we have the interstates, and we're thankful when they're improved and they're easy. But whenever something like that happens, it can really put a wrench in things.
You are so thankful today, Erica.
I'm always thankful.
Well, next up, if you were in Trussville Friday night, you probably heard the band rocking the city out.
So we've heard.
From anywhere. Yeah, I can't talk to you. You're not on camera. Friday night, Ferris had a band on the stage.
Yes, and we're thankful for the band.
And we are. If you could hear it from everywhere.
I can't even keep a straight
good
face.
Stuff. So anyways, but on that note, you had y'all had a story talking about that if you need to book an event right now on the stage to go through Ferris, actually.
Yeah, so pretty much Ferris is leasing out the pavilion area because of COVID-19 and because of the need for outdoor dining. The city entered into agreement with Ferris Artisanales that they will, lease out that pavilion. So no outdoor food or drinks is allowed in that area for now, but that could change. And also the city just discussed Thursday night a new agreement that will cover the stage area. So we will see how far that gets. Hopefully they'll discuss that further. But this whole entertainment district is going to be something for everyone to enjoy, and just people come from all over. But right now it's still under construction, still a work in progress. So we're waiting on some of that to get finished before the mayor said any of that would change. I can't read whatever you just wrote on there at all.
We'll deal with it in just a second. Okay,
what?
Finish up. It's okay. I had a question, but it's okay. Go ahead with what you're saying about Ferris.
I'm done.
Okay. Well, lots going on in that area right now with all the fun things going on with the stage and the outdoor eating and all that kind of cool stuff. But we also have big news with us today.
Yep.
We're going to bring in the Cookie Dough Magic people.
And this is going to be a big part of that entertainment district. So we're excited about that.
Well, introduce who we've got on the stage for us.
We have Chris Bell, and he is Chris Bell. What is your title?
He's the owner.
The founder.
The founder. Okay. Yeah. Well, he has the local franchisee with him. So.
Okay. All right. And tell us your name. Am I doing the interview or is Erica? We're off today. Are you doing it?
Brandon is.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Chris, will you introduce the local owner for me, please? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm the founder, Chris Bell, and this is the franchisee, Christy McKee. She's going to be the one doing the location here in Trustwood.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I know everybody is talking about this. Everybody's super excited. Whichever one of you wants to talk about what is special about the Trustful location. I've been to Avondale, and so I know what it's like, but this one's a little bit different than Avondale. So whoever wants to pick up the ball and kind of tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the Avondale store. It's set up. It's going to be. All of our Cookie Dough Magics have a family-friendly vibe during the day, and then at nighttime it's more adult, kind of younger crowd. And this one's going to be set up really Trustful. The people of Trustful have got something great, and it's going to be. If Christy wants to add anything to it, you've got to see some of the design on it.
Well, Christy, what do you want people to know about it as y'all are getting close to opening?
Well, we just want people to come down and check us out. If you've never been to the one in Avondale, this is a perfect time to come down. It's going to be a really fun environment. We have the stuff outside when Ferris is there. They play the football game, so you have something to do if you come down and get some cookie dough. But just basically come down and see us.
Okay. Now, y'all have some big news for us today. Have you set your opening date for sure?
Well, we're shooting for Saturday, but we just want everybody to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Cookie Dough Magic, and that will give you all the latest updates coming up. So.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't want to be right behind the door when y'all finally pull the trigger. Because I think that you're going to be covered up quickly. For people who haven't been to the Avondale location, would you talk about the cookie dough a little bit? Tell people about it.
Yeah, it's safe to eat cookie dough. We use heat-treated flour, pasteurized eggs. So all the E. coli salmonella has been removed. So even pregnant women can eat it. It's kind of a great thing. Our cookie dough, it's really smooth. It's not as thick and gritty as normal cookie dough that you've had at the grocery store or you grew up eating. So a lot of people are shocked when they eat our cookie dough. It's got a more light texture to it. So it's kind of dangerous. You can kind of keep eating more of it. But we'll serve cookie dough either in milkshakes, sundaes, and we even have these push pops, which are pretty much cookie dough in the old style Flintstone push pop with vanilla ice cream in the core of it.
Oh, I love it.
So there's a lot of options. You can get it in a cup, a cone. Good thing is the difference between ice cream is it doesn't melt on you. So you can put it in, we'll have 5 different flavored cones to pick from, and we have 13 flavors of cookie dough.
Well, now you got things going on, Chris, because y'all have a Huntsville location coming up too, don't you?
Yeah, well, actually, the Huntsville opened up in July this year. So Avondale opened up in 2018, late in the year. And then the beginning of this year, we started franchising the company. We had so many people reach out wanting to own our brand. And at first, we wasn't going to do that. We were just going to do corporate. But we said, well, let's provide an opportunity to a family that could share our success that we shared. So, but yeah, we've got Huntsville that opened up in July. And hopefully this weekend, we'll be open. And just follow us for the big announcement if we are able to.
Okay, well, I know everybody is super excited about the Trustful location. Are we getting ready to taste test,
yes,
Scott? Okay, we're going to taste test, apparently. Because there's not food coming in here that me and Scott are going to taste. Just to be totally honest. Which one do you have?
I think I got the traditional. Chris, you're going to have to fill us in, or Christy.
Yeah, those are the chocolate chip cookie dough. You have the cookies and cream cookie dough. And then you have cheesecake cookie dough. Or is that unicorn over there?
It looks
sparkly. It's got to be unicorn.
Unicorn, yes.
Oh, okay.
The unicorn is a red velvet sugar cookie.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of throws people off with the unicorn because it's not red. A lot of people are expecting red velvet. We use a high-quality red velvet extract that's clear. That's why that one is more, we put some sprinkles in it to give it some color.
I see what Chris was talking about with that smoother texture. Mm-hmm. You can taste that right away.
Yep. So in honor of Georgia, I'm going to go
really
unicorn.
Good. Okay. Christy, everybody in Trustful knows Christy. I was telling her before the show started, my 13-year-old daughter is absolutely driving me crazy.
I bet.
We have had to circle through the entertainment district multiple times to see if Cookie Dough Magic is open yet. Who said they didn't? Was that you that said you didn't want to be behind the door?
No, yeah, I do not want to be behind the door
dead on the
when
money.
Christy pulls the trigger.
There's a lot of anticipation.
There really
for
is.
This place, I actually went to the Avondale location before too. Mm-hmm. Chris, did y'all have a pop-up in Trustful at one point?
We did not. The only thing closest to a pop-up is one of Ferris had a big event out there. I know the mayor was out there, and we did set up a little table and gave out free samples.
Okay.
Is that a few
It was
Saturday?
at City Fest.
This is amazing.
Okay.
You like that?
Yes.
It's really good.
Which one are you eating?
Yeah, I've had the regular before.
She's got the unicorn.
But I've got the unicorn this
I'm
time.
doing the
Real
regular.
Smith's got that cake batter taste to it a little bit.
The cake batter, it's delicious.
What did you say this third one was, Chris?
It's cookies and cream?
Cookies and cream.
Okay.
Okay, we need to try that as
Okay.
well.
Well, I'm going to get my own because we don't want to spread the coronavirus.
You've probably already given everybody the coronavirus. That's good stuff.
That's good.
I mean, it is really good. Yeah, you mentioned it kind of becomes an adult thing at night. Do you have booze in some of your cookie dough?
I wanted to ask, but I didn't know how to politely.
People has hit us up about that, but no.
Not yet.
I guess when I say it like that, I guess the atmosphere of the place, and you'll know when you come by the shop, it's more dark. It's going to have a coffee shop vibe to it. It's not your typical bright light ice cream shop back in the day, which I love ice cream. I love all the stuff that we used to go to back in the day, Baskin Robbins, stuff like that. But ours is more of an experience, and it's something that's never been kind of done before that I've seen. So that's what we got. We got the music bumping at nighttime. It's a different feel to it in there.
Good deal.
Well, it looks great. Everybody is super excited. Congratulations on your success with the franchising.
Yeah.
And Christy, we're super excited you're bringing it to Trustful. I know everybody
This
can't
is
wait.
really a great addition to the entertainment district. To create that family feel down there.
Yep.
And
it's covered up all the
It's
time.
already there. I mean, every time we go to dinner there's huge tables with families and lots of children.
Absolutely.
On a regular basis. So it's
and crazy busy.
yeah.
I mean, it is crazy busy. Okay, well, we're headed into the break, and when we come back, Scott will be with Fire Chief Tim Schatz, and we're going to talk about Christmas for kids.
Liam! What's up, man? How are you, pal?
I don't know who you are.
Are you kidding me? It's Clayton from church. Come on, bro, you know me.
I don't know what you want.
I can't call my bro to see if he wants to go to at the movies with me at FCF? Come on, man, it's coming up.
I can tell you I don't have money,
It's no problem, man. It's completely free.
but what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Dude, chill. I just wanted to see if you wanted to come meet me at the movies. You don't have to tell me about all your crazy skills again. Just meet me there, all right?
I will look for you.
All right, I usually sit near the...
I will find you.
Bro, why won't you just let me tell you where I sit?
And I will kill you.
What? Wait, what? Liam, buddy, did you mean something else?
At the movies. Coming soon.
Argo Hardware has been family owned and operated for 9 years, and we have made it our primary mission statement to put the customer first. From a seasonal market outside to snacks and drinks inside, electrical, plumbing, feed, and so much more. We desire to be your one-stop shop in Argo, Springville, Trussville, and all surrounding areas. Hi there, I'm Glenn Waldrop with Argo Hardware, where our family is taking care of yours.
ED should not stand for expensive drugs. Locally owned Mills Pharmacy is now offering a money-saving alternative to Viagra. It's called Sildenafil. Sildenafil is the active ingredient in Viagra. Mills Pharmacy is offering a huge cost savings on the 20-milligram tablet. Mills Pharmacy has options for less than $2 per pill. A prescription for Sildenafil is required, and in many cases, Mills Pharmacy can contact your doctor for you. Mills Pharmacy, 205-823-9500. Online at millspharmacies.com.
I'm Drew Lawley, General Manager at Courtesy Buick GMC. Come see us at Courtesy, where we have over 300 vehicles to choose from, including GMCs, Buicks, and certified pre-owned vehicles. Come see us at Courtesy or check us out at courtesybirmingham.com. Proud supporter of our area high school teams.
All right, welcome back, everybody. That's so fun to hear about this is awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
I had the regular and I liked it, but this is really, really, really good.
We were talking to Chris during the break. One of the things, I grew up eating raw cookie dough. I don't know if y'all did, but my mother would buy it and have it in the refrigerator.
That was amazing.
I ate some last night.
And in fact, I always liked it better than the cooked.
Yeah.
So when I heard they were doing this new kind that was okay, they take care of the raw materials or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, I was thinking, well, that's not going to be as good. I like it with a raw egg or whatever, you know. But this is different, and it's really, really good. We both had it before, so it wasn't shocking.
I really want to try one of the milkshakes. That's something I haven't had yet. So my kids loved it. All right, well, we're looking forward to that. Looking on to Christmas. Oh my gosh. And it's just right around the road, but we've got something really cool coming to the stage at Ferris again through the month of December. So let's talk about that. It's the Don't You Just Love Christmas 5-day community event.
Right. So the first thing we want everybody to know is the Downtown Merchants Association and the Trussville Tribune are sponsoring this. We'll have Santa for 5 nights, 5 days, and during 4 evenings, and during the day on Saturday. We're trying to get the dates. You got the dates?
Yep, I do have them. Starting, so it's Tuesday, December 15th through Saturday, December 19th. And the hours are different. There they are. They're on the screen for everybody.
Okay, good. So you see, on Saturday it'll be during the day. On the other days, it's either 5 to 8 or 6 to 9. So here's what's going to go on. We've got Santa Claus in town, and Santa will be doing a little musical show that's usually about 30 minutes or so. There'll be a variety of different entertainers that are brought in to be a part of this. This will happen in the entertainment district at the amphitheater and the pavilion there. And then once the musical part is over, then Santa will see children. And we've got some different ideas for socially distancing the children from Santa. There'll be an opportunity to get Santa pictures with all that. So I think we've had the schedule up there long enough, Anthony, if we want to bring something else up. But anyway, this is free. Santa can come do it for free. The pictures are free, all of this. We just want to encourage people to bring your children downtown during the Don't You Just Love Christmas deal and meet Santa, see the musical entertainment, a little
to the guitar store down here in town, and I picked out all the stuff that he had asked for, and when I went to pay, somebody who was already in the store paid for all the stuff for me. So
wow, wow!
This community always steps up and does a really good job.
It really does, and I'm glad you were here to share that need is a little greater this year, with an uptick, and you may hear from some more families, in all honesty, between now and Christmas. So we appreciate you and your guys taking this. This has been a long time tradition with the fire department. It hasn't always been Christmas for kids, but this program has been conducted by the Trussville Fire Department for a long time, hasn't it?
It has. It's been Christmas for kids for a number of years. We had to transition several years back, but we're trying to grow the program back to what it was. And it's not there yet, but we're getting there.
You mentioned to me earlier that the generosity in Trussville has allowed the fire department to share some of these toys with some other agencies once they've taken care of the Trussville families. Can you tell our viewers about that, how that works?
We do. We will take donations up to Christmas, and our give out is generally the week before Christmas so that the parents have time to get everything in place and wrapped. And so if you want to donate, we accept new unwrapped gifts, toys at all the fire stations, and there are several other places around town that will accept those. But once we do our give out, everything that's left over either goes into storage, or if it's something that's kind of dated and needs to be given out, this year, we will try to help other agencies like Love Lady Center and places like that.
That's awesome. Tim, again, thank you for all you do in the community. You and your department do a great job keeping us safe and taking care of us when there's a disaster. But when you step up and do this during the holidays, it's very meaningful, and we really appreciate that. As I told you, if there's anything the Tribune can do to help you keep the word out, we will be glad to do that. We will get you back to talk about some other stuff very soon. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for your help. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Stay with us. We've got a lot more news coming.
I'm Melissa Jones. I've been with Bryant Bank for 5 years. I am a relationship banker.
Bryant Bank and Carroll Pharmacy have been partners for several years now. The ease of going to them and taking care of our financial needs, there was just no stress involved. This is what we need, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to take care of it.
I think it's important to have a bank that has relationships with small businesses in the community because we live in this community. They're not just our customers, they're our friends, they're our family. We're here to help them learn and to grow.
Paul Davis Emergency Services of Northeast Birmingham helps by providing needed cleanup and restoration services. Through the appropriate tools and processes, we avoid wasting valuable time to get your property to its previous state as quickly as we possibly can.
Have you been to Discount Warehouse lately? New electronics, brand name makeup, and bedding arrive daily. Follow their Facebook page to find out about special sales on clothing, tools, and fireworks. Discount Warehouse, where you will never pay retail price.
Hey, welcome back, and I had a great story this weekend. I was so happy to do, and it was on it was with the Trussville Police Department and a few Trussville Fire and Rescue medics. They're called TACT medics. Did y'all see my story?
I did. It was fantastic.
Okay, so I did a little video just to show everybody exactly how this training went. They did have firearms that were called simulation firearms, and so I stayed on the not receiving end. So, but check it out.
Okay, I can't even think of it.
They're suited up and ready to go. With every step, the job at hand gets more dangerous. As officers with the Trussville Police Department and medics with Trussville Fire and Rescue work together to take down criminals, they know their lives are at risk. This isn't a real-life scenario, but it is giving the team preparation they need for high-risk operations. The Trussville Police Department was recently approved to host their own basic SWAT school.
We usually send people to Anniston to do basic SWAT school, but we started asking what the credentials were through A-Post, and they sent it to us, and we had all the credentials.
The department was given permission to use the old Eastminster Presbyterian Church off Highway 11 and its parsonage. With removable walls, organizers set up what looks like the inside of a house in the old church. The teams participating, including 2 police officers and 5 firefighters, navigate the maze of walls to learn how to track down suspects and take them into custody. In the parsonage, other officers act as suspects, and they are taken down after an intense entry into the home. Each officer and firefighter is armed with simunition, which is non-lethal training ammunition similar to a 9mm.
They're just a marking round. It's like not really paint, but it's a detergent. It's a color, so it will wash off.
The firefighters are there to see what happens inside a raid or similar scenario. In a real-life situation, such as a search warrant or standoff, these TACT medics would be standing by and standing close to render aid at a moment's notice.
They don't do entries like this, but we want them to go through SWAT school so they can see what we do. Mm-hmm. Usually they just trail behind the team to each point that's cleared.
Armed with tourniquets, the TACT medics move in to save lives when every second matters.
And so it's just really, really good to know that we have, police and fire looking out for us whenever they're doing these things. And it was fun to watch and be there and see how they're training to put themselves in these dangerous situations, to take criminals off the street.
That's awesome. I thought that was a great story. And Erica, I got to say, you're really good at going and finding those stories. Whether it be the police department or the fire department, you've brought several stories to bear from agencies all over our coverage area about all the investment these guys put in when they're not actually on a call. The preparation and the training is pretty remarkable.
Well, and our local agencies train more than most agencies do. I mean, that's not normal for them to train as often as they do, especially the Trussville Fire Department. You know, I've done a couple, and I'm not just saying that because our chief is here, but I mean, they train every week. They're doing something. It's really easy to find those stories when they're doing it all the time.
Well, I think that's important for people to realize.
Yeah, I mean, I've caught them rappelling off the middle school. What do y'all got? Oh, we're just practicing, and so it's constant. It's not they spend 2 weeks a year doing this. They do it constantly. I laughed at the video when I saw it over the weekend with our firefighters training with the SWAT team. I'm thinking, man, you just don't want to do anything wrong in Trussville. You might get shot by our police. You might get shot by our firemen, our EMTs.
Only if you deserve it.
Yeah. We only. That's one great thing about our department is they only shoot people that deserve it.
Yeah. Taking them out one simunition
but it's.
at a time.
I mean, who thinks of that? That gives these guys more training and more experience. So when our officers go into a situation like this, you've got trained rescue that can be right there behind them.
That's right.
To render aid immediately, which, we talk about it all the time. Minutes count, seconds count in a crucial situation. So.
Well, and as far as training goes with Trussville Fire and Rescue and Trussville Police, they're not going to be the ones to sit around. One time I went to a training over at the fire department, and Who would have ever known that a GoPro could have been broken? I didn't think they could be broken. But guess what? I had my GoPro broken because they are serious about their training.
They are. I've been on training with the police department where we used not night vision, it was thermovision stuff. So it's always fun to get to go do that. Though I always think they've got something up their sleeve when they invite us to go do that.
I know. That's why I said I stayed on the not receiving end of that stimulation.
I don't always trust those
I did
guys
see
completely
somebody
'cause I
that had
know
been
them.
shot, and he said it hurt really bad, even though it's like a paintball gun. He said it really hurt. So they didn't want to have anything to do with that. But something else that happened this weekend is the last 2 games that we had.
Yeah,
We're going to talk football.
it was. We are going to talk football because we're down to one team. We're down to one team, and that out of 7 high schools, that's that's kind of the way it works out every year. But the Tribune coverage area has been very fortunate. We've been to a lot of state championship games with the teams that we cover. Last weekend, I may have caught some people off guard. Pinson was playing Oxford, which was having an outstanding season. Oxford's only loss was to Thompson, the #1 7A school, one of the top teams in the country. But Oxford, no match.
Those Jackets did not like what they saw when Pinson came to town. Let me tell you.
Pinson absolutely put a whooping on them.
I know. It was 34-2, and that just shows how good Pinson Valley is under Sam Shade. I mean, they were doing awesome. And so this week, they'll face off with Mountain Brook, which also played Friday against Clay Chalkville. So they won that one. So in the quarterfinals, we'll see.
Oxford was one of the top scoring teams in the state.
Oh, yeah.
The only points they scored against Pinson is when the snap went over the punter's head and into the end zone and they got a safety.
Yeah.
So Pinson had to give them the only 2 points they had all night. Pinson is for real. Great mention about Sam Shade. New coach. Pinson's had a nice 3-year run there, but then they have a new coach. Bo Nix has graduated. Coach Nix has moved off. And it took them 2 or 3 weeks to kind of get to know Sam and Coach Shade's new offense, his new system. But boy, they have taken to it and they're hitting on all cylinders now. So they will play Mountain Brook, as you mentioned, who upset Clay Chalkville. I thought it was an upset. Mountain Brook was actually ranked a little higher, but they beat Clay Chalkville in a solid game. In a solid game. So Mountain Brook and Pinson will play on Friday. The winner goes to Tuscaloosa to play for the 6A state championship.
I'm calling Pinson Valley on this one.
Yeah, I will tell you, Mountain Brook has got a senior-laden team, which is one of the reasons they've had the season they have. They've got an outstanding quarterback. I think his name is Strother Gibbs. I can't remember for sure, but they are a running team that tries to control the ball. I think Pinson's got more athletes and has a little more experience in this big game leading to the state championship. So I'm with you. I'm picking Pinson Valley.
Yep, we'll see.
State championship.
Friday night. That'll be Friday.
Should be a great game. And by the way, it is at Pinson at Joe Adams Stadium.
Yep.
Well, next up, y'all are going to remind people about the Reader's Choice Awards.
Yes, we still have those
left
going.
to vote.
So you got to get your laptop out, get your phone, head over to our website and vote for your favorite service, business, or favorite food. In our local areas, we have all kinds of categories. I think over 60.
Yeah.
Is it? Over 60 categories for the 2020 Tribune Reader's Choice Awards, and we only have 1 week of voting left. So go ahead now. You can vote multiple times, I believe, and you should definitely share this with everybody to make sure that we get the most votes as we can, so we can pick the correct winner.
Right, and it is a big deal. If you voted earlier, you may have voted during the nominating round. Okay, this is the final, so don't assume that
that you've already voted.
That you've already voted. So this is a big deal for these businesses. And by the way, congratulations to every business that was a finalist in the competition, because out of 8 cities, just to be a finalist is
a lot.
Yeah, that's a pretty good accomplishment. And this is voted on entirely by our readers. I think it's one of the better honors that a business can receive when the public says we think you're one of the best.
Yeah, and there's specifics in there as far as the categories. There's a best barbecue, best Italian or pizza, and
right.
I mean just all kinds of categories. Not to mention best nail salon.
Yeah, lots of services, lots of different.
Yeah, and listen, I visited with another newspaper over the weekend who has 299 categories.
Woo.
And she gave me her list, so we may expand this a little next year.
Geez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she says that's
Erica,
actually
yay.
pared down. So we'll take a look and see how that
That'll
all
be
works
next
out.
year.
That'll be next year. Right now, 60-something, 66.
Yeah,
maybe?
and the winners will get a decal and other stuff we'll talk about later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, one last thing to get to. City of Trussville wins an award for the citizen survey that they did.
Yes, I just found out about this morning.
That's right. Tell us about that.
So, do you remember last year when they did the survey, the citizen survey? They sent out 2,500 surveys at random. This company, ETC Institute, did the survey. They conduct them all over the nation. They've done millions. I think 2 million since 1999.
Right.
Well, this year they decided, it's actually from the 2019 surveys that they did. They did over 200 communities. This year they decided to give this award, and this is the Leading the Way award. And the city of Trussville won because they got top 10% of positive responding. So that means most people are very, very happy with Trussville, and they wanted to award the communities that did so well. And actually, there was a lot of positive feedback from our citizens about the trash pickup and the garbage pickup. So we got #1 on that from all communities.
That is wild, because that may be the #1 complaint we have from all the communities we cover.
Oh, yeah, from all the communities.
Well, other communities
we really don't have any
are
problems
very
with
unhappy.
it here. It works, like, our stuff works well.
Yeah, it's we have not had the problems with Santac that we had with the previous company, like forgetting our street on a regular basis.
No, yeah, we haven't had
Santac's been good, but that, congratulations to Trussville. And
Yeah.
that, what it really comes back to is being willing to communicate with your residents and hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. You can't fix it if you don't know about it, and you're not going to know about it if you're not willing to listen and ask about it.
And I need to add something on that, because Mayor Choate said, this is something the whole city should be proud of, but really this goes back to the work that the city employees have done to make sure residents are happy.
Yeah.
He thanked department heads, because also quality of schools was in the top 10%. So a lot, of course, because our schools are doing very well. Enforcement of local codes, ordinances, traffic laws, police services, a lot of law enforcement positivity here. So a lot of support for the Trussville Police Department from our community. And then people also said they're very happy with the way that our tax dollars are spent locally. So
that's big. I mean,
Yeah, I think the investment's been pretty good. I laughed. You're never going to make everybody happy. But people clamored to bring back or create a true downtown for Trussville. Well, as soon as they do it, then we saw stuff on social media about the first band that played. And if you try to make everybody happy, you're not going to make anybody happy. But I think Trussville's done a pretty good job of making the masses happy and listening to the big numbers.
Absolutely.
And we just, that never ends. For the city to be the city we want it to be, you got to keep listening, keep improving, because it doesn't stop. Hey, before we get away, can I mention the tree lighting? Remind everybody of the tree lighting on Sunday.
Yes, I thought that would definitely be one of our final thoughts.
Yep.
So go for it.
So that we're not sure of the time on that, but we will have a lot of information on the Tribune. The tree lighting in Trussville will take place Sunday. Do you have it?
Yeah,
Erica?
Sunday. I thought it was at 5.
It might be. Erica's going to check.
Okay.
Brandon and I will be emceeing the event, and we're looking forward to it.
We are. We do want to encourage
last
people,
year.
though, because we want to remind people right there on the West Mall around the tree to wear your mask.
Yeah.
People need, we need
Absolutely.
to mask up, even though we're outside.
Yeah.
It's still going to get crowded. It was really crowded last year.
It was really crowded. They're expanding the space.
Okay.
The Chalkville Road will be blocked off in front of the tree so that'll allow people to spread out. we weren't concerned about this a year ago.
No, absolutely not.
But yeah, we urge everybody, remember the state is still under a mask order, so wear your mask. And try to stick together in family groups,
right.
and get some space between you and other family groups, so that we can all have a good time and a safe time.
Right.
I thought that was one of the best inaugural events I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
the turnout was
great
fantastic.
last year. I was really surprised at the turnout.
How much fun to do that as a community. And we could see, because we were standing there, so many of those people came walking up from the surrounding neighborhoods.
They did.
That was cool
They did.
to watch that going.
So the time is 4:30 to 6, but the lighting of the tree will actually be at 5:30. So there'll be the other stuff in between there.
So let me tell you what I think you're going to see if you tune in on the live stream. And Brandon and I will go live early enough that you will have time, even if you forget. You see us live, you get in your car and come on. You'll get there in time. There will be a countdown clock that you'll see on the screen. That countdown is for the tree lighting. Okay? So don't confuse that. That is when they will flip the switch. You see that go on, you come on and be a part of it. And I think that's part of what happened last year. A lot of people saw us go live and just came on out.
Kind of came down.
Yeah. So a lot of fun, and we're really looking forward to it.
We are.
Final thoughts, anybody?
Anybody else?
I'm good.
No, just everybody have a safe Thanksgiving.
That's mine. We've got so much to be thankful for this year.
Do.
With all the things that have not gone the way we would like to see them go. Yeah. We've got far more to be thankful for. Do what is safe for you and your family, and have a great Thanksgiving. And I wish that to both of you too.
Well, thank you. You too. You too. And we will all see you back here. We'll see you Sunday, and we'll see you back here on Monday.